Hey guys, what's up, Abomination 9 here, back playing some more Yu-Gi-Oh! And the new box, Dimension of the Wizards, has just come out. We're going to be opening that up, and I have 4,000 gems, which I believe is how much you need to open a whole box, mini box, so hopefully, oh, I just realized that that was too loud. Hopefully, we can get every card in here. Well, we can get every card, but hopefully we don't have to waste all 4,000 just to get anything good. So, of course, Thousand Eyes, or Millennium Eyes Restrict, I mean, we need, didn't see this guy. I guess we can grab him just because he's a hero. Gaia we need this dude. Dimensional Prison is apparently not amazing, but I still want that. This card's a must. The Centuria Mantis is cool. Modulce stuff, I'll take any of them. This card, finally, I'd take that. So yeah, pretty much anything in here I think is fine. I don't think it's too great of a box, but is it just Gaia himself? Yeah, Gaia is a 26-6, so he's a pretty decent card that will probably go in my deck as a replacement, which... actually, I forgot to show this. So this is what I'm using still, just dinosaurs. Of course I'm using Tyranno, so of course I'm using dinosaurs. But we have, of course, Ultimate Tyranno, 2 of the Rexes, 3 of these because I don't have Giliosaurus, 2 Protopses, 3 of these to tune into these, well, these guys specifically. Just him because I have one of him. I would have these replaced with him if I had more of them, but I don't. Cause I'm not using Living Fossil. I do have one Living Fossil, but I'm not using it in this deck. But you would use Living Fossil with Giant Rex to get him to come from the grave, or the Banner Stone. Actually, I got this guy in there, of course. Destroy Trap, Destroy Monster, just because I needed this for something to stop the AI from using spells, I think, so I threw that in there. Bad Aim just because it was a new card, so I was using it. Obviously, Survival of the Fittest is decent, I guess. Wall of D, of course, and then Shape Queen for the Uruk and the Inzector. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, let's just get in there. We have enough to open the whole box, so it doesn't really matter what happens here, but I'll try to go through this as fast as possible. We got Triple Creebs, Hieroglyphs, and Glint, and Tyranno Bam. Did we get turn 1 dimensional, whatever it's called? Rift or whatever? Arcane Barrier is an old card, and Cherry Pumpkin, old card. Dimensional Prison, Pack 1. Pack 1. I'll probably throw that in the deck. Just because. Freaking Pack 1. Dimensional Prison, Jesus. Power of the Guardians. If an attack is declared involving the equipped monster, place one spell counter on this card. The equipped monster gains 500 attack and defense for each spell counter on this card. If the equipped monster would be destroyed by battle or cut effect, you can remove 1 spell counter from your field instead, which is a pretty good card. Nichiria Rosewit. Your opponent cannot activate spells or trap cards only once per turn. Okay. Had a decent defense. And Mech Knight Avram, which is a 2000 Psychic. So it's a beater for your Psychic deck. Modulce Battle. Jesus Christ, attacks. If this card is in your possession, destroyed by your opponent's card by battle or card effect, and send it to the graveyard. Shuffle this card into the deck. Once returned, you can target 1 attack position Modulce monster you control and 1 face-up attack position monster your opponent controls. If both monsters are still in the field, change them to face-up defensive position. If you do, the ones changed by this effect cannot have their battle position changed until the end of your opponent's next turn. Mythical Bestiary, or Mystical Bestiary, I should say, which is a good card for spell counters. Send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard, then target 1 face-up card on the field that you can place a spell counter on. Place up to 2 on it. If this card is in its owner's possession, is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon 1 monster from your deck that you can place spell counters on it. And if you do, place 2 spell counters on it. You can only activate 1 mythical bestiary per turn. So, amazing card. And actually works pretty good with Cerberus, which they showed off in the dual school or whatever, where this is essentially, what, 3 spell counters on Cerberus? The Cerberus gets a spell counter when a spell is played. And then you're putting 2 spell counters on it, put him to 3. So he's over 3,000, I think, at that point. With this card, instantly gets Cerberus to 3,000 something with just that one action. Old Vindictive Magician. Target one monster your opponent controls, destroy that target, which is a Man-Eater-Bug spellcaster. Materia Force. If you negate the activation of a card your opponent controls, you can add one level 3 or lower Noteria monster from your deck to your hand. Explosive Magician. Cool. We always welcome more synchros. A tuner and non-tuner spellcaster. You can remove 2 spell counters from your side of the field to destroy a trap or spell, which is meh, but it's still a synchro 2500 spellcaster. Materia Cosmo Beat, which I never got this, or have I? When you put in normal summons or sets a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, which is finally actually we got Cosmo Beat because it's a, I think, must for the Dechirias. I'm gonna start making another Materia deck possibly. The Dolce Lessons, an old card. Psychic Field Zone. Select 2 of your removed from play one Psychic Tuner and one Psychic Non-Tuner. Return them to the graveyard and special summon one Psychic type Synchro monster from your extra deck and a face-up defensive position whose levels is equal to the total levels of the returned monsters. Past Image, which is a decent card. If you control a face-up Psychic type monster, target one monster your opponent controls, banish it. During the next standby phase, it returns to the opponent's side of the field in the same battle position. So, great card. Pretty much get something out of the way for game, or stop your opponent from having a game. Explosive Magician, cool, we got 2. Materia Rose Whip, and Prinzessian, I guess. Which this is, I don't know if it's good. It's peculiar, I guess, I would say, maybe. Because if this card is normal summon or special summon, you can special summon one Pumpkin Carriage from your hand or deck. Then, if you have Golden Castle, a Stormbird, Burge, in the field zone, you can equip a Glass Slipper from your deck to this card. Which then, you're going to use the effect of Prinzessian once per turn. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by a direct attack, you can target one Glass Slippers equipped to this card, and one face-up monster on the field, equip that Glass Slippers to that target. So, okay, you get Pump Carriage on the field after this. Then you get Glass Slippers, which Glass Slippers gives it 1,000 attack, so it's at 1,300. Then it attacks directly. Okay, it doesn't say this, but I think when Glass Slippers is equipped, it can attack directly. The opponent directly. And if you equip Glass Slippers to an enemy's opponent, they lose 1,000 attack and can't attack. So it's kind of like a Mask of the Accursed, but instead of taking damage, they just lose attack. Or pacify, I guess. So, there's some stuff you could do with this, I think. We need to look at Glass Slippers too, just to see. And the Carriage. I think Carriage is, you can't, like, Prinzessian can't be attacked while Carriage is on? I don't know. Something like that. Iron Knight loses 1,000 attack while you control Iron Hans, which Iron Hans special summons Iron Knight. If you have a Storm Burge on the field. If this card is on the field, is destroyed by battle and set the graveyard. By a card effect, you can add one Iron Hans from your deck to your hand. Or if you have Storm Burge is on the field, you can add a warrior from your deck to your hand instead. You can only use the effect once per turn. Psychic Field Zone again. Interior Sacred Tree. If this card is sent to the graveyard, add one interior card from your deck to your hand, except Interior Sacred Tree. You can only use the effect, use one of the following effects of Interior Sacred Tree once per turn, and only once that turn. So, it's like it's vice versa here. Tribute one Earth Insect to special summon one Earth Plant from your deck, or tribute one Earth Plant to special summon one Earth Insect from your deck. And those are the level 4s. Tyranno. Materia 2 left. Like, this one's pretty creepy. While you control this face-up card, each time your opponent activates a spell or trap card, all face-up materia monsters you control gain 500 attack until the end phase. Okay. The power of the Guardians, and we got a freaking Majolce Magdalene out of freaking nowhere, which, thank you. On this card, I think I have at least one or two of Princess Pudding or whatever. When this card you control is destroyed by your opponent's card effect, either by battle or card effect, and since it's a graveyard, shuffle this card into the deck. When this card is normal flip summon, you can add one with Dolce monster from your deck to your hand. So Magdalene into Pudding, or would you Magdalene into something that can special summon Pudding? I don't know. Source of the Doom, super old G card. Ensure your Rose Whip, Iron Hans, here he is. If this card is summoned, you can special summon one Iron Knight from your deck if you have Stormbird. Also, if Stormbird is not in a field zone when this effect resolves, you cannot special summon from your extra deck for the rest of the turn. You can only use the effect of Iron Hans once per turn, gains 1000 attack for each Iron Knight you control, while Golden Castle the Stormbird is in the field zone. So a bunch of weird castles of Medulce Lesson, old card, another Mecha Knight Avram, and Iron Cage, which is a decent card. When this card is activated, send one monster you control to the graveyard, or if Stormbird is in the field zone, you can send one monster your opponent controls to the graveyard instead. Once per turn, during your standby phase, you can target the monster that was sent to the graveyard by the card effect, destroy this card, and if you do special summon that monster to your field, you can only activate one Iron Cage per turn. So, destroy your opponent's monster and then take it for yourself. So, that first pack we got Magdalene and freaking Dimensional Prison in the first pack. But I think we're not going to stop until we get at least Millennium Eyes or the main dude. And that was a single creep. Ill Witch, this monster, well, I shouldn't be reading, but it's an old card because it's a one tribute, freaking basically nothing. Past Image, Psychic Tracker. If you control level 3 monster other than Psychic Tracker, you can special summon this card from your hand. In defense position, you can only special summon one Psychic Tracker once per turn. This way, a single monster that uses this card as a material gains 600 attack, which, if you use this with this dude, Wheeler, or whatever it's called, Wheelier, you can special summon out Gaia, which they showed off in the Dual School, and it becomes a, what, 30-something, 32-something, and then you can dunk a monster, because I think this card destroys a card if the single summoned monster is stronger than whatever your opponent has, so pretty good. Bench Dog. If this card is sent to the graveyard for the synchro summon of a spellcaster type monster, you can select and add one field spell card from your graveyard to your hand, which would most likely be Stormbird. Glass Slippers, here they are. If this card is equipped to a fairy type monster, it gains 1000 attack. If this card is equipped to a non-fairy type monster, it cannot attack, also loses 1000 attack. If this card is sent to the graveyard because the equipped monster is destroyed, you can target one Princessian you control, equip this card to that target. You can only use the effect of Glass Slippers once per turn. So a bunch of weird stuff you can do with this. So put the Glass Slippers on Princessian with the full combo, attack directly, swap the Glass Slippers to your opponent's monster. If you have something on the field that can destroy it after equipping the slippers to that monster, destroy it, then the slippers get sent to the graveyard, then they proc their passive, then they get re-equipped to Princessian. So there's a lot of comboing around that's happening here with these slippers, the carriage, and the Princessian. Materia Sacred Tree. Single creep, but Tyrannos here. Oh, is it one of these? Or is it her? I take one of these. Medulce Baffle, Cherry Pumpkin, Psychic, Life Transfer, cool. It's a tuner and a non-tuner. Don't even need psychics. What's over, and you can remove from play one Psychic type monster from your graveyard to gain 1200 life points. I'll take another 2 of those, please. Ill Witch, Naturia Vein. You contribute this card and one Naturia monster to negate the activation of your opponent's spell or trap card and destroy it. Esper Girl, when this removed from play card is special summoned, remove from play the top card of your deck face down. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, add the removed card to your hand. Okay. Pumping Carriage, okay, here it is. Princessian you control can attack it directly. Oh, no, okay, so Carriage is what makes it attack directly. Your opponent cannot target Golden Castle Stormbird you control with card effects. Also, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. Okay, so yeah, this is what lets Princessian attack directly, and it protects your Stormbird. So the entire set's pretty decent. There's your Force and another second life transfer. Thank you. I did say I wanted 2 more, so hit me with 1 more, and we'll be good up. We got Hieroglyphs and Blue Glints, but no Tyranno face. Mythical Bestiary, Medolce Battle, and Medolce Marmalade. When this card in your possession is destroyed by your opponent's card, blah blah blah. Shuffle this card into the deck. When this card is flipped face up, you can target 1 Medolce spell trap card in your graveyard and add a target to your hand, which is me. Blue Glint. Naturia Ladybug. When you synchro summon a Naturia Synchro monster, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. During your main phase, you contribute this card to select 1 face of Naturia monster you control that gains 1,000 until the end phase. Okay, so there's some disgusting stuff you can do with this. So somehow use this 1 level to synchro out your boy over here. Landuiz or whatever the heck his name is. Then special summon him back, because he's in the graveyard at that point. Then tribute him to gain 1,000, which is crazy. So the Magidog and Psychic Commander. When a Psychic type monster you control battles during the damage step, you can pay life points in multiples of 100 to have the monster it's battling lose that much attack and defense until the end phase. So if he attacks something, he's like, what, a 15 or 19 or an 18? And I guess you could make other things technically stronger in comparison, but it's meh. Ill Witch, Naturia Force, Old Vindictive Magician, Triple Creeves, Psychedelic. No Bam, though. It is a... it's one of these, because there's only 2 futures in here. Is this Millenniumize, Restrict, Interior Vein, Golden Castle, Stormbird. Cool, we got one of those. And I see Elemental Hero Escurida, down? Escuriado, I guess, because it looks like it's Spanish. Escuriado. 1 Elemental Hero monster, 1 Dark monster. Must be fusion summoned and cannot be special summoned by other ways. This card gains 100 attack and defense. And just 100 attack for each Elemental Hero monster in your graveyard, which would be 2 after fusioning him, so he should be 27 when coming out at least. So a hero on a dark, that's not too bad. Pretty good. Naturia Vein, Old Vindictive Magician, Iron Cage. So what do we get out of that? We got just Escurida, or Dow, whatever the heck his name is. But we did get 1 Stormbird. God, we got 3 of these in 1 box. Oh, we got 2 of these, cool, which is good. Maybe to get another Psychic deck rolling. So that was 20 packs, I believe. So we're going in again, because I said not until we get Millenniumize. Not until we get Millenniumize Restrict, or Arcanite Magician. Interior Force, Telekinetic Charging Cell. If you pull into a Psychic type monster, you do not have to pay its life points to activate its effects. When the critical monster is destroyed and this card is sent to the graveyard, you can pay 1,000 to get that back. Another Psychic Tracker, Single Curry, Magidog, Naturia Rose Whip, Psychic Commander, Naturia Ladybug, Medolce Baffle, Princessian, cool. Hit me up with another one, because I don't think we're going to open up all the packs today. Iron Knight, Old Vindictive Magician, Psychic Tracker, so I would like a full set of Slippers, Stormbirds, Princessians, Carriages, etc. Naturia Tulip, Magidog, Naturia Cosmo Beat. Actually, I would take a 3rd Cosmo Beat, please. Cosmo Beats and Pineapples, oof. Iron Knight, Ill Witch, Medolce Marmalade. Naturia Force, Mental Seeker. When this removed from play card is special summon, reveal the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. Choose one of those cards and remove it from play, then shuffle the others into the deck. Okay. Interesting. That's the 3rd Princessian, I think? So we're good on them. Naturia Pumpkin, Medolce Baffle, Naturia Sacred Tree. Dolce Lesson, Source of the Doom, Dolce Marmalade. Blue Glints on that. A Tree of Vein, a Hollow Medolce Bapple, another Iron Han. So that was a trash pack, set of packs. So we're at 30 packs, now we're at 40 packs, I believe. We're halfway through our freaking gems. A Tree of Pumpkin, Mental Seeker, Medolce Marmalade. Source of the Doom, Glass Slipper's cool, Mechanite Archvom, or Ovgram, I don't know. Blue Glint, Hyrannoface. Interior Tulip, Power of the Guardians, Rocket Hand, this is kind of like a hit or miss. Target one attack position monster you control with 800 or more attack. Equip this card to that target. It gains 800 attack. You can send the equipped card to the graveyard, then target one face-up card on the field, destroy it, then change the attack of the monster that this card was equipped to 0. Also, battle position cannot be changed. You can only use the one Rocket Hand effect per turn, and only once that turn. So, meh. I mean, doesn't really. I feel like, okay, you could use this to break Yubel decks, maybe. Yubel, I mean. Could you give her Rocket Hands, dunk a monster? Her attack's already 0, so, and her attack position can't be changed, so that means they can't change her to defense position. If that's something they would want to do anyways, she no longer can be put into defense position, and you've dunked a monster. So, I guess like you could use it like that, but I don't know what you'd use this for. The sacrifice of 0 is too harsh. Triple Creeps, but nothing else. Get your Tulip, Mental Seeker, Esper Girl, Single Creep, Pumpkin Carriage, cool, Psychic Field Zone, Iron Hans. Now, is there even anything else in the deck that I don't have? Iron Knight, Interior Rosewood, Mechanite, Aquavom, or whatever the heck his name is, because I keep not looking at it. Source of the Doom, Interior Pumpkin, Princesian, Ill Witch, oof, Explosive Magician, and Psychic Life Transfer in the same pack. So, do we have a 3 set of them? I think we already have a 3 set of both of these two now. Psychic Field Zone, Glass Slippers, Life Transfer, Trip Creeps, Blue Glint, and Tyrannoface. Oof! We finally got Millennium Eyes Restrict, Interior Ladybug, Arcane Bear, and a hollow Millennium Eyes Restrict. So you need to relinquish and any effect monster. Once returned, actually, it doesn't say must be these, so all you need is a copy, a substitute, in any of those places. An effect monster and a substitute. Which, could a substitute and a substitute work here? Because the substitute is an effects monster, and the substitute takes relinquished spot. So could you, in theory, assuming that their passive doesn't clash of the other monster having to be the right one, because an effect monster is the right one. It's any effect monster. So as 2 substitutes, all you need to use Restrict, which in that case you could put Restrict in any deck that uses substitutes. Just saying. If that works, you heard it here first. 2 substitutes. If you use 2 substitutes anyways in your fusion deck, you might as well throw a Millennium's Eyes Restrict in there, because it's free. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can target one effect monster your opponent controls, or in their graveyard. Okay, they control. I thought it was just in the graveyard. So if their monster activates effect, suck it up. Put the target to this card. This card gains the attack and defense equal to the equipped monster. Monsters with that equipped monster's name cannot attack. Also, their effects on the field and their activated effects are negated. So you give them the suck on one turn, and then I think you could suck them again and still keep the other guy on him, right? So that you effectively stopped 2 different monsters from being played, up to 3 when you suck off 3 monsters. Yes, I know what I just said. You suck off 3 monsters, and then they literally can't use those 3 types of monsters for the rest of the turn because of the suck. Like, oof. I would like to reset this box, though, just so I could get another Restrict, because I do want to place that. But we will not do that. We would not be resetting until we have all of the cards. At least, I don't know if I care about Defender or Madolche really. Or even Landouise for that matter. I kind of want to at least grab a Gaia. So we need this, Gaia, this, and Mantis, I think. Then I could safely reset, assuming we don't take these. But we'll be doing that in the next video, so... Now that we got Restrict. So hey guys, thanks for watching. Tune into the next episode. Like, subscribe, comment. You know what to do. See ya.